cold world, but we got order, we fall. Every diamond's a flake. I'm signed to the pavement. I'm crossing the moat. I'm backing them down. Standing to the eating with Kennan. Eggs at the table, no dinner plates. We the best, get it straight. What's the problem, baby? We're out of Harlem, baby. What's driving my mama crazy?
365, 12 months, 24/7. Gotta get it, I need it. No one give it all I give. They don't love us, they just love how we live. How we live. How we live. They don't love us, they just love how we live. 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 They don't love us, they just love how we live.
May mga specific needs kasi.
How we live. How we live.
May mga specific needs kasi kailangan nila.
Faith a minute, put the trust in nobody.
Ven, en busca de respuestas para una mente llena.
Coming to you live on
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
Hit on my laps in the gym, the sweat ran off my skin. They thought I ran out of breath, but I was just catching my wind. That only happens to them. I gotta capture my win. I practice 31 days a month and I practice again. Was born equipped with sportsmanship, so I just laugh and I grin. Victory is my objective, I don't have to pretend. Spread my wings like an eagle and let them flap in the wind. No guts, no glory, no pain, no gain. These are actions of men. My teammate is a warrior, got my back to the end. My offense is God sent. You gon' have to defend. My crossover is vicious, I got more swagger than him. Hit the bottom of the net or the back of the rim. Your style is a flagrant foul. Your score, I'ma take it down. All of your trash talking was pointless. Say it now. You slacking in goaltending. My actions are bone chilling. Got the home court advantage. I'm back on the road winning.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls against the Indiana Pacers. For Indiana, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And let's talk for a moment about Derrick Rose. He's missed so much time the past several seasons with injuries. Kenny, is it too much to expect him to return to his former level, his MVP level?
Well, maybe not the MVP level, but he still can be a serviceable all-star, meaning he might not be able to dominate for 82 games, but he could.
On the road and hungry for a win against an Eastern Conference rival, the Indiana Pacers are ready to go, bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court right now for the Pacers, LaVoy Allen out there with Mahimi. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Ellis. And it's Hill in at the point.
And guys, no doubt George Hill had it rough last season. He missed the first 28 games with that left knee injury. Came back for 5, then missed another 11 games before his season got going. But you know what? He had one of his most productive years from that point on.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Allen, that's good on the assist by Hill. And getting back to George Hill, what a second half of the season he had. He tore up several key categories, Clark.
Yeah, he was bogged down by injuries early in the season. Came back to average career highs in points, rebounds, and assists. Partly because he was finally treated and looked to as a go-to guy, and he thrived in that role. Really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in his game, going from a supporting role player to someone you can build your team around.
Now here is Hill. They double him with Butler. Over in the corner, Ellis. To the paint, here's George. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2. And Jimmy Butler had the career highs across the board last season. Won the Most Improved Player of the Year award. Really picking up his production in his 4th season.
You know, we had seen the flashes of potential in Butler before. Last season, he sustained great play and really took everything to the next level. And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Pass to Rose. It's rebounded by Indiana.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Ellis. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Here's Dunleavy. Butler against Ellis. And again, no good by Chicago.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
The shot by George, wide open, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Bulls have gone 2 of 6 from the field. And it's Butler with the jam.
Don't you love the chemistry? Those guys work so well together in the open floor.
Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. It's George on the wing. Right side Hill. Fires the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Rose goes in. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often. A winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
Now, here's George. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance, leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
And they take the lead. Rose has got his second basket of the game.
Nice, accurate pass right into the middle.
It's Allen, top of the key. Outside, George. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, the pass to Mahinmi, 6 to shoot. They grab their own miss. Here's Allen, and he dunks it down.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg, cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes. Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
Rose against Hill. On the wing, Ellis. Outside, George. Deep 2 from Hill. Tries again. Rejected by Gasol. Well, their pass to Rose. That drops. Rose has got 6 points.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
Pau Gasol was the number 3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who was a second-round pick, could ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
And here's McDermott following Ty Lawson's 3. Inside, here's Brooks. Good, and a nice assist from Noah.
Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor with their offense in the paint, because that has not been up to par.
And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. Talking about Pau and brother Mark, both of them were excellent last season. Difference is that Pau has always been considered a great prospect, so detractors are much harder on him when they see cracks, I think, Greg, in his game.
Yeah, you know, for Marcus, it can only exceed expectations because they started out for their best career. I'd do everything I could to pick both.
Good way to get out of it. Good answer. Here's Lawson. Aaron Brooks picking up that last basket. A three-pointer, no good. 32 seconds left to play in the first. To the wing right side. McDermott, no one around him, hits the three-point bomb. McDermott's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Lawson kicks to Miles. That'll go on McDermott. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Goes up off the inbound. That's good for Miles on the assist by Hill. Miles has got his first 2 points.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Noah, the layup off target.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Bulls lead by 6. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And before the... You know, I think Joakim can certainly make a case, Clark, for Chicago being that famished five, especially with Rose back on the court.
There's no doubting that, Kevin. I mean, even the addition of Gasol with his 2 rings, the way he left things in L.A., that left him with an appetite that has him still hustling.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
On the court right now for the Pacers. Turner is out there with Solomon Hill. Then it's Ellis. Then it's Paul George. And it's Hill in the point. Pau Gasol's checked in for Chicago. Dunleavy comes in for Mirotic. And the Pacers also making a change. Mahimi's checked in.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Shot's good. And it's 6 points for Ellis.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick-fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Pacers trail by 7. Outside Hill. He dishes it to Ellis. In the corner, George with it. He feeds it to Hill. It's stolen by Rose. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Butler passes to Dunleavy. Pulls up on the elbow. Here's Gasol. And Turner with the block. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Jimmy Butler.
You know, no doubt last year a bit of a loss for Paul George. I mean, had to sit out most of it after that gruesome leg injury in the Team USA scrimmage.
Justin Holiday's checked in for Butler. Lavoy Allen's checked in for Indiana. And thinking back on George's injury, still a very graphic image in everyone's mind, but he was able to bounce back.
Yeah, it was great to see him get some game time before the end of the season after that horrific injury. A credit to him working as hard as he did, as well as to the training staff that got him back to be able to play before the end of the season.
Ellis, left side. Back to George. Takes a 3. Indiana again missing. The Bulls leading by 7. Here's Rose. Rebound by Mahimi. Mahimi's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Ellis. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. 8 points for Ellis.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but Well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Here's Hill. Here's George. And it's George again missing.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim. Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I would certainly think so. I mean, if they keep giving up those kinds of easy looks inside, they'll be in big trouble.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Chicago.
There we go. That was your Lovables. Give him a hand. Come on, Chicago.
Pacers trail by 9. Hill with it. And Rose picks him up defensively. Outside Hill. And there's the feed to Mahinmi. Dishes it to Ellis. Just 5 to shoot. The 3 from Hill. Rejected by Gasol. And he recovers it. Allen. The shot no good. And it's Chicago the other way. Gasol on the high post. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And now it's an 11-point Bulls lead. Stolen by Rose. Gasol dishes to Gibson. And Holiday kicks to Rose. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. That's 12 points for Derrick Rose. Pacers trail by 13. Everyone knows about the Paul George injury from last year and how it affected the Pacers. He said almost the entire season, and there was no doubt they missed him.
Yeah, and when George came back, Kevin, the Pacers got hot, but they had to put him on a minutes limit. And it wasn't just George, though. The team as a whole had a lot of injuries during the course of the season.
The shot by Holiday, no good. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And, you know, as you said, the Pacers did have problems with injuries. The team roster missed 219 games due to injury. So compare that to the 69 games missed by the Pacers in 2014. Big difference.
On its way from Rose for 2. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play. Was this? Had to use 15 different starting lineups over the course of the season. Just hard to stay consistent and competitive when you are always replacing an injured player in the lineup.
And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Hill.
They've slowed down casting those triples here in the second.
And Clark, I'd like to see them go back outside. They've been shooting well from the perimeter.
Right side Holiday. Gibson up top, defended by Allen, and the rejection by Mahinmi. And here come the Pacers again. Indiana with a fast break, and George gets it to go.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Dunleavy for 3, and it's sent back by Hill. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Brooks outside. Pass to Noah. 6 to shoot. Moore outside. From deep, Brooks. Noah. Hill with some nice D. It's George on the wing. Ellis outside. Takes a 3. That'll do it for the first.
Well, Pouch,
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Derrick Rose taking care of business in this one. He had 4. All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the...
And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
Excellent game we've seen from Derrick Rose. He's got 14 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker.
Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. And it's Dunleavy in its small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Here's Rose. Kicks to Gasol. Pacers with the rebound. Mahimi's got his 7th rebound here tonight. So many people overlooked Pau Gasol prior to last season, seemed to think that Clarkey was past his prime.
Well, he was a starter in the All-Star game, and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after him.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Feeds to Hill. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. And 12 points for Hill. And if you're just joining us, we've played over a minute here in the third. Rose attacking. Nice move. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
George with the ball. Butler covering. Passes it to Allen. Indiana moving it around. From deep, George. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Gasol's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor. And this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Chicago leading by 4. Rose kicks to Dunleavy. It's stolen by Mahimi. Here's Allen. Great D that time from Gibson. The Bulls have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Shots good from Butler. Butler's got 7.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Hill against Rose. Hill kicks to Mahimi. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
Timeout for the Bulls.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and get over the top.
And injuries, once again, were a central theme of the Bulls' season last year. Losing Rose was one thing, but then having Jimmy Butler lose a lot of time put them in such a tough spot.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Portis, he's checked in for Gasol. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Mike Dunleavy. And Gibson sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Gibson. Joakim Noah's checked in for the Bulls. Brooks comes in for Derrick Rose. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. The dish to Hill. All sorts of time. No good off the front iron. And for the Bulls and injuries, a lot of teams plan for these type of things. There's only so much Clarkey can do to mitigate losing your starting backcourt.
But I tell you, great respect and admiration for the Bulls for how they fought through the difficulty. I mean, their front court did what they could. The injuries, once again, I thought turned the Bulls from championship contenders to just a playoff team.
Holiday against Ellis. He kicks to Allen. Back to Ellis. In it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough. Good possession there, resulting in the easy one down low.
The Bulls leading by 3. The drive by Brooks, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Chicago making some changes. Mirotic is checked in for Portis. Doug McDermott comes in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for Justin Holiday. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill. Here's McDermott. Moore outside. Pass to McDermott. And too long on the shot.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Outside, George. There's the pass to Allen. Stolen by Noah. Down low. Here's McDermott. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
How about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Hill, no good. Dishes it to Brooks. Can't hit. Excellent D there from George. .50 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Shoots. McDermott with a steal.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that's basic basketball time management. You've got to be aware of your clock and your situation.
Pacers trail by 7. The feed now to George. The three from Hill. Again missing Hill.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Stolen by George. To the middle. Moore with the steal. Knocked away. It's stolen by Hill. Mahimi, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Near the three-point line, it's Ellis. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 4 assists in the game. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's all right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. George with the ball. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. They've got Paul George. Ellis is out there with George Hill. Then there's Ian Mahimi. And it's Allen in at the forceps. And it's Butler with the jam.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
And the Bulls making a change here. Dunleavy's checked in. And Rose wide open. He shoots. But he gets it back. He dishes it to Gibson. A second chance effort. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple. And you know, guys, Taj Gibson now has 6 full seasons in the NBA. Already 30 years old. Seems like just yesterday he was being drafted.
Getting back to Gibson, he was one of the oldest college freshmen in the country at age 21. Played 3 years at USC. Then he was one of the oldest players in the 2009 draft, even though he declared as a junior.
Yeah, I think the NBA is the only profession where it hurts you to have a lot of experience coming out, because that's one reason why he did drop. I mean, had he been a couple years younger, with his length and athleticism, he very well could have been a top 10 pick. But I tell you what, the Bulls are happy that he wasn't.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bulls?
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Now the Pacers moving it up. Ellis with the ball. That's good for George on the assist from Monte Ellis. Ellis has got his 5th assist in this one. The Bulls leading by 6. Rose kicks to Dunleavy. Long shot on the way. Rose, no good.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game. That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
If you're looking to build a small forward and it wasn't a LeBron James template, you might go with PG, Paul George. Height, length, athleticism, that combination off the charts with him. And he's got a nice, unflappable demeanor, too.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. His advice clear-cut. I want to see you playing to win, not playing not to lose. I don't care what the lead is. We do not back off.
Yeah, talking about Paul George, a big part of his dominance, his attitude. He doesn't yell or pump his fist. He's really the quiet assassin.
Yeah, once he maxes out in the weight room, which he will, now that he's in his mid-20s, I think he's going to be an Adonis. I mean, exactly the kind of physique you're looking for in a prototype at the small forward.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
The Bulls have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Butler dishes to Gasol, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it. It's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
No question. That's their goal down the stretch here. I think finding those close-range rhythm shots.
Ellis having a terrific game. He has 23 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. Here's Rose. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. He feeds it to Gasol. Back to Rose. Mark down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Pau Gasol. To the paint. Here's Ellis. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And it's the Pacers' ball. They're on a 13-5 run.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Outside, George pass to Mahimi. The kick out to Hill. Ellis outside. 6 on the shot clock. Inside. It's tipped. Wants to get it to Hill, and does. Some solid defense from Butler.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. He's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy.
Clark, neither team with a big advantage here in the fourth quarter.
5 times we've had the lead switch so far. I mean, back and forth we go.
And Clark, that could rise again before we're through.
Ellis wide open. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Rose kicks to Dunleavy. Another shot. And it's finished off by Noah as he lays it in.
The defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
That just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Some nice passing here by Indiana. And George kicks to Ellis. outside, George. They grab their own miss. The kick out to Hill. There's 37 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Feeds to Mahinmi. In transition, here come the Bulls. Yes!
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
Now you need every basket you can get.
Greg, I think they're still alive here, but they better execute every trip down the floor from here on out.
There's the pick. From deep, George, right between the eyes.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're down by 1. 9 seconds left in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
And really no need to rush. Still plenty of time to get a good look.
Well, if they've got a play that they use to get a quality shot, this is the time to run. The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Six seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Ellis. It falls!
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Chicago calls timeout. They trail by 1. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
It's come down to this. One shot to win the game. They have just enough time to catch the ball, make a quick pass, and then get it airborne.
So a close game season.
Guys, Paul George standing by with
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Monte Ellis. He put up a new season high tonight. And if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's. And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal.